Are you tired of being ignored by the girls? Tired of being bullied by the bigger guys? Tired of having the smallest blaster in the room? Do you want to transform your life? You can with our exclusive Matrix of Leadership. That's right, for just 3 easy payments of $19.95, our patent-pending formula of Matrix of Leadership will turn you into an Autobot hero. With our simple regimen of simply opening the Matrix of Leadership, you can transform your life and go from zero to hero. Get the girls, put the bully in check, and swing in the big blaster in the room. The Matrix of Leadership. Transform your life. Void where restricted. Residents of California, Vermont, and parts of Texas not eligible. Matrix of Leadership will only transform you if you're the chosen one. Hello everyone, Dan of 14th Prime here. I want to check out with you guys today the Transformers Power the Primes Optimus Prime leader class figure with a cool evolution gimmick, making Orion Pax turn into Optimus Prime, which you see here. I'm going to do a bit of a selective review for you here today, just kind of cherry pick a few things I want to talk about. Let me just jump back to the wide angle here and make a simple point that this is a very, very sharp looking G1 interpretation of Optimus Prime. I gotta say, this looks really good. It draws a ton of design cues from G1, which I think is a very iconic Optimus Prime and looks just really looks the part. It is interesting. It is a cab and trailer combination to be this leader class Optimus Prime, so that is unique. Has its pros and it has its cons. But I say here straight on, you get all this iconic Optimus Prime with the chest, kind of the waist there with the yellow and the blue, the legs, the silver tints there. You can kind of have the arrows molded in there, not painted, but molded in. Autobot logos up there with stickers. Very great head sculpt, iconic. The stack, so super G1, right? Just jump up top here real quick just to give you this head sculpt view. I mean, it's really nice, right? It's got the blue eyes painted, some nice silver accents there for the battle mask, the head accent. Just basically a nice blue all the way around with some nice molding in the ear even. So very nice head sculpt. Do like the windows as well. Kind of a bluish type plastic and some detail molded in there. You can see here if we drop in our MP10 Hasbro version here, be it that or Takara, kind of the gold standard of Optimus Prime G1 interpretation, and compare the two, tons and tons of similarity, right? I don't need to point it all out. Very obvious in terms of what they're going for here, and just really looks good. Now again, that masterpiece is just a cab that makes that entire Optimus Prime. This is a cab and trailer, so you can obviously see you get the trailer, which basically makes the large shell, the large body. All the panels kind of come around, so you get the kibble, the cab folds up to make and just kind of slide in there. I'll show you some of that. So you get some of that look, which makes them almost look like a combination between G1 and Power Master. But I think it's pretty cool and it looks good all the same. A couple quick negative callouts would just be the hands have like no articulation. You can't twist the wrist or anything even. But considering they don't fold in or anything else, it'd be nice to have the hands be able to do something. And just how they're fixed there, why not just kind of give them the ability to peg in and spin? And then also his ankles, which is kind of love-hate. You get great articulation, ankle tilt, things like that from the kind of ankle-foot connection here. That's great. But then that's the thing. It kind of has a balance issue a little bit. Falling back quite a bit. You just kind of have this extended foot thing going on in there. So you can make him really tall or you can kind of fold it in, make him really short. It's kind of weird. It's cool because you get a lot of flexibility in there. But I have had some balance issues with that. The main gimmick is this evolution feature with him in both the Rodimus figure. So a little peg back here. And you just pull out this whole kind of almost deluxe class sized figure, which will be Orion Pax. And this is what the trailer becomes. You know, it's again, the giant shell. And I will say this other point, I mean, this is so super Jinrai. It's like, why Takara just put all that effort in Titan's Return to remold the Power Master Optimus Prime into Super Jinrai. We didn't get separate cab and trailer with that, but they did a nice shot at it. But here we are. This is totally the setup for Super Jinrai. If we had a separate figure, which would have been Jinrai Prime to be the cab, and then a trailer, which becomes the larger body, boom. I mean, there it is. So that's just a bit of a darn it, because I'm sure they won't do that given they just did it with Titan's Return, but this would have been perfect for that. So that little centerpiece, which becomes the cab in robot mode, becomes this, our Orion Pax figure, which I think is really, really good. That is a great G1 interpretation in terms of the head and everything of Orion Pax. It's a good size figure. I'd still say, he's larger than Deluxe Class, and I'll get some comps in here for you to see. He's got some kibble on his back because that becomes Optimus's chest, and then behind that even you've got sort of the cab of the front. So that's not perfect, but it's not terrible. So it's a pretty good figure unto itself. And if you compare him to some of the other Orion Paxes we've gotten in recent history, Titans Return Cup repainted, which was in the Amazon 2-pack. And then here, Orion Pax from the, I believe, Thrilling 30, which was the line just before Combiners Wars, who I had as kind of the best until now. I mean, clearly this is, I think, way better in terms of G1. But again, you just see these are more traditional Deluxe Class, and he's a bit taller, so you do have that sort of imperfection there, or trade-off that you have to do. But if there have been any other Orion Paxes recently or other ones from a long time ago that you guys think are great, please post a comment because I'd be curious. These are just the ones I'm aware of the past few years. Then Orion Pax in his cab mode, from some angles looks okay, straight on there. It's like, yeah, it's not too bad. Turn it to the side and you start to really just kind of lose some of the squareness that you'd expect to see, from the fuel tank back. So it's definitely not great. Kind of here, they could have done a better job to just give us some panel coverage or something there on the sides and even the top. It really falls short there. But you get, this little cab. Again, just scale-wise, I mean, that's my hand, right? So it's pretty small. But, nice detail, wipers, headlights, chrome all painted in, the mirrors, windows. So it's got some of the nice iconic marks. The big bot body turns into this trailer. Again, very G1, right? Stickers and everything there with the classic striping. The color's all good. Feet kind of make the door. Overall, pretty good. You get some gappage up top where you need to really put the gun in there to fill that out. You can just peg that right in between the arms there, and it does help quite a bit. Make some coverage. And he's got a peg up here for kind of the trailer hitch. And you bring Pax back in. His head basically makes the hitch there. And there we go. So this becomes the combined alt mode. Again, it's kind of miniaturized in scale because all of this makes that leader class figure. So that's one thing the Titans Return did better, just to get the overall size of the truck better. But man, I still think this is just begging to be a super Jinrai. Cab's ugly. Trailer's okay. Scale becomes small. But this is what you get. Still think it's a pretty cool gimmick. Lots of playability here. My son likes this quite a bit. So there you have it, guys. That's what I have to say. Sorry, not a full review. But basically all the big guys already have theirs up. So I just wanted to drop a few thoughts on it. Kind of make the highlights. And also just have a little fun with this whole evolution gimmick, which I think is pretty cool. It's not the first time we've seen it. MP9, Hot Rod, the Optimus Prime, and more of a collector type item. But still, I think a pretty novel idea and pretty fun for the line. As always, link in the description below. If you're interested in picking up any Power the Primes, toys, Optimus Hero, or any of them, check the links below. Check out my Amazon page. Thanks for checking in. See you next time. Hey, Pax, there's something different about you.
Oh yeah, what's that? What do you mean?
I don't know, I just can't put my finger on it. Did you change your hair?